back to the channel, guys. I am your host, Chris Bailey. Today we have a great drummer. His name is Oshane Campbell. He is the drummer for Freddie McGregor. Over the years, he has worked with Luciano, Capleton, Marcia Griffiths, Johnny Osborne, and many other artists. Stay tuned for more after the intro. Shane, welcome to the Music Hacks Network.
Yes, I give thanks, man.
I've heard so much about you from Chad.
Yes. Yeah, man, that's my bro.
Definitely.
Yes,
All right.
I.
Shane, I'm going to ask you now to sort of introduce yourself, so that my
Yeah.
viewers and subscribers can understand who is the real Shane.
Yeah. All right. So my official name is Oshane Campbell. I am from the parish of St. James, Montego Bay. I've been doing the music for a while, um, a good while now, but I'm still young,
All
you
right.
know?
Awesome, Shane. All right. So,
Yes,
how
I.
did you actually get into music? When did it all start?
Well, it started from the same place that most that a lot of drummers will tell you the same story by pots and pans as a youngster, and after pots and pans, then it leads to church, and then from church to wherever you is. So it's basically the same for me. Well, I start on pots and pans. I never really play much in church, um, but I played for a little while, and then it segued into me um, touring and working in resort, to be exact, couples nigga, that is. So that is my journey of then to now.
How did you actually um, make your way into the pro arena? When did you actually started to get into pro drumming?
Well, I started getting into it, um, I will say 2014, and I was introduced to the platform by a well-known guitar player called Lincoln Thomas from Westmoreland. And it started from there. He, well, pretty much saw me playing with a steel pan band called Silverbirds, and then he just introduced me to the platform that I am on right now, and I just take it from there and do the necessary homework and maintain myself.
Okay, so this is the time that you actually went to Negril to get into the hotel industry also?
Correct.
I wanted to share with us your very first experience in getting into the hotel industry.
Okay, well, if I'm going to say the first, I was being introduced to the hotel through the steel pan band. And then I play all the major resorts in Jamaica, and the hotel that Lincoln Thomas reside at. I played that resort just the same. Couple swept away in Negril, and in pretty much he was very glued to the plane, and he was like, "Yo, um, I love your playing. What you think about doing a jazz gig?" And then it moved from that jazz gig to he told me, "Yo, I've I have a job for you at Couples Negril full time," and that was just it from there. Things just start happening in terms of on the pro.
All right, so would you say that you were ready for that sort of gig?
It was 50-50 because I was always listening music on a wide scale. And as musician will know, listening to music on the wide scale and playing it is two different things. So I was aware by listening, and then when I was being introduced to it for playing, it wasn't so difficult. But it was still a learning process because I never actually do it. But I was listening to these music that I'm playing now, in the resort as a resident drummer.
Okay. I'm sure there are a lot of musicians who would like to get in that circle as well. How would
Yeah.
you encourage a young musician who wants to get into that circle, how do musicians prepare themselves to actually get into the hotel industry?
Firstly, the hotel industry entails a lot of um, knowledge about music on a wide scale. So just listen a lot of music. Listen a lot of music, different genres. Don't just listen to reggae because reggae only don't play in the resort. You have different types of music play inside the resort. So pretty much get yourself acquainted with the whole jazz, um, bossa nova, all these things. You get it in your catalog and you practice, you know. And I mean, when your time come, your time will come. But be prepared,
Mhm.
be prepared for that.
All right. Would you say it is a lucrative venture for musicians?
Well, fair enough, yeah. It kind of is, yeah.
All right, because when it comes to taking care of a family, a musician has to be very wise in terms of choosing the,
Yes,
the, the career path.
yes, so
So I would
true.
like to know, can a musician sustain his family by working in the hotel industry?
Yes, he or she can. They really can. But let me be honest. Some hotels pay more
Mhm.
than some hotels because of the star or whatever, the type of hotel it is. So you will find some resort pay more. And you find yourself in the right spot, you can do it. You can maintain your life with your family and all of that through the hotel. A lot of musicians been doing it for years, you know? Yeah. So you
Okay.
can. Yeah. So I mean, in the hotel industry, after you get inside there, you're going to feel comfortable at that point because you have some musicians will not keep you on your P and your Qs a certain way, like keep your check in line, And then it's up to you to keep yourself in line. You need to keep in line because you can just lose it just like that. So the hotel looks good to do and it seems like okay, is just a job. But yeah, it's really that type of job you can lose it. And then you will realize that you should have taken it more serious. So the hotel is not even a joke platform. It is very serious, really, really
Mm.
serious. You know?
So is the better musician who will get the gigs or stay working?
Yes, and the better musician is being professional, right? Being prepared, So it's not only if you can play the most music and all these things, 'cause you can play the most music and you're still not getting that job because you're not professional. You don't take it serious. So all these things come into play. You know, these are the things that you'll be on time, you dress appropriate, you take your hygiene serious, and all these things. These things keep you in the job because you're actually mingling around foreigners and staff that are local that very much take them hygiene serious, and them start to have problem with you. Them going to report you like, yo, that drummer, that keyboard player, he need to be checked.
Mhm.
So you need to have these things in mind that all these things are important. Yeah.
Okay. What sort of other opportunities does the hotel industry sort of create for musicians?
The hotel industry create tour platform for you. Just be serious about it. You move from hotel, you can easily be discovered by musicians or producers. You know, you have different types of people coming inside the hotel to fun vacation or maybe a function, and them see you in the night or in the day playing, and you're being introduced to something bigger than just being on the stage in the resort. It could be do an album for some artists overseas or locally. It could be a tour. You get a tour just by being on that stage. So it creates a lot of opportunities even outside of the resort just by a guest, you
Mhm.
know? Yeah.
So is this how you actually got to start touring with artists?
The same hotel resort, and it started by the same guitar player called Lincoln Thomas. Now, Lincoln Thomas is one of the guitar player for Freddie McGregor, and he pretty much called me one day, and he was like, "Listen up, some Freddie." And I'm like, listen up some Freddie. What do you mean by listen up some Freddie? Him like, yo, we have a show with Freddie next week. Just listen up some Freddie. So I said, there's a rehearsal? No. So I'm like, all right, cool. So I went and I listened to the live show and listened to some other songs that are not on the set for the show, just to be prepared. Um, my audition for Freddie was a show. No rehearsal. I've never met Freddie before. And I went on the stage, play a whole set with Freddie McGregor, and I got the gig after that show because he was like, dude, who are you? We don't rehearse, no nothing, and you play the show like you've been playing for a long time, you know. So it started from that event. We did that event at this resort called Golden Eye in St. Mary, and from we did that gig, it just take off from there. From the Freddie McGregor gig, then I mean other artists, then I pretty much draw them attention, and I play with some more artists through the Freddie McGregor gig, which is a good gig just to say, you know. It's really a good gig. I love that gig, you know. Cool artists, cool. And we moved from Freddie to Marcia Griffiths. Um, I did some stuff with I did a small tour also, some small stuff with Romy and Virgo, Christopher Martin. Um, it goes to Judy Mott, uh, Johnny Osborne, Terry Linen. I did an event with I was honored to do an event with Toots.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Yes, yes.
What was
And
that like?
that was super. That was massive. The rehearsal, it was it, the rehearsal let you know that this is serious.
Hmm.
And the rehearsal was held by his son Otan, the bassist, just the same. And the rehearsal let you know that this gig is no joke, you know? And it moved on to Luciano, um, uh, Dwayne Stevenson, you know, and a lot more. It's not on top, but there's a lot more people I've been playing for just because of the Freddie McGregor gig. That one call, listen up some Freddie, you know?
Just one call.
Just one call, listen up some Freddie.
Awesome, bro.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yes.
Where are some of the places that you have been on tour?
I've been in the UK, Germany, France, Switzerland, um, Italy, down by Belgium. Well, I'm currently in Germany, so I will speak like down by because I'm in Europe right now.
You're in
So
Europe right now.
yes, I'm in Germany right now. So Zurich, Sweden, a lot more Portugal, you
Whoa,
know, a lot
whoa,
more
whoa.
places. Africa for sure,
Mm,
you know, been to Africa with Freddie McGregor and also with Morgan Heritage. I never mentioned Morgan Heritage. I've been on the road with Morgan Heritage, not for long.
whoa,
Did I
whoa.
invented Morgan Heritage and stuff like that in Africa, in Kenya, to be exact. Um, in the US, just the same all over in the USA, United States of America. Uh, in the Caribbean, just the same. Because everywhere reggae music is. Reggae music is all over the world. So it pretty much take me, reggae music pretty much take me all over the major part of the globe.
Mm, mm.
Yeah.
All right. That's quite an experience,
Yes,
Shane.
yes, sir. Yes,
Um,
sir.
would you say you have accomplished it all, based on the experience that you have just given me, or there is more?
There's more. There's more. And the reason why there is more because there's always something to learn in music.
Hmm.
Whether I want to be playing are experienced through the music. So there is more. But I've accomplished a lot through the music, and I know that there is more. So I still keep myself prepared by practicing physically and mentally, for the music until the whole pandemic finish and we can resume again. And I will be ready, because just like every other thing in the world, for example, sports, if you're playing basketball and you stop training and you just abrum start the league, you'll be out of shape.
Mm-hmm.
You'll be very out of shape, and that can lead to being injured. And it's the same thing for music. You don't feed your brain with music and practice, then you go on a show, you're going to feel it that you miss out a lot,
Mm-hmm.
you know? So yeah.
All right. You mentioned the pandemic, the COVID
Mm-hmm.
19 situation that we are experiencing. How has that
Yes.
affected you?
It affects my emotions by me not doing the norms. And the norms is playing live, right? Touring and stuff like that. But it also have me doing more studio recording, So before the pandemic, it was more of going on tour, doing more live shows, and we do the live recording. But now that all outside events are paused, I'm doing more recording. But it affects that part of me by being in front of the crowd and spreading that type of love through the music and receiving that type of love from the crowd that is very much missed. So it affect me there because of this is what I've been doing for a very long time, touring, playing in front of thousands and thousands of people, and then that just press pause. Is like, whoa, you know?
So
Yeah,
it sort of brings you out of your comfort zone as a musician and sort of push you into another arena that you are not used to, but there's still a positive from it
yes,
because being a producer
yep,
can be
yes,
very lucrative for a musician as well.
yep, I agree.
So I know a lot of musicians are stressed out at this time, but it's just the way we look at it. If live shows are
Yeah,
not working, then find something else, find another
yeah,
avenue in the
another
musical journey.
avenue.
Hmm.
Yeah, and just another tip on that. If if you're not so I will say blessed to be recording at this time, you can just find a next job for the time being. All hope is not lost. You can find a next job and just do that job until everything resume back to a level where we can be outside playing again and you can go back to your normal life. So don't be stressed because you're not playing and making the earnings the normal way for you. You can go and look at next job for now. A lot of people doing it, doing jobs out of them comfort zone just to make ends meet, you know.
Right.
But for musicians that don't want to do that, trust me, just keep practice stuff that you don't like to keep your brain active so you don't stress out so much, you know?
I have watched a clip of your latest cover. Chad showed me a clip of you playing a cover, bro, and I'm saying I was totally amazed with the work on that cover.
Give thanks, man.
First of all, how do you describe your playing style?
All right, my playing style, it comes from the African vibe, because I love the whole djembe thing and the congo and the bongos and all these things. I love them call it percussion instrument. I love that type of thing also, different from the standard kit, which is a drum set, right? It comes from me going to a Pentecostal church where you play a sort of way, um, a revival type of way also. I am so I've very much put myself in different types of playing and put them together put them to my soul, and apply.
Mm-hmm.
In music, when you play from the soul, your application comes out the right way, where you can't even understand it either. But when you try to find your sound and do your own thing, it can seem difficult at times. But trust me, let your soul in music speaks, and your application will be great.
Definitely. Um,
Yes, I.
we are going to do another video with that that cover. I know my viewers and subscribers, they would have wanted to see that clip. No, but based on the copyright restrictions of YouTube, I don't know how
Yeah.
much of that clip we can get to. But I'm gonna invite you at another time to sort of break down some of those technical crazy stuff that you're doing on that.
And I'm honored to do it. Yes, man. Trust
Yes,
me.
man.
It's a joy.
Did you release that cover on YouTube as yet?
It's on my channel, and you can find it on my channel, which is Oshane Campbell, just the same. Oshane Campbell, and it's just right there.
Viewers and subscribers, please go over to Oshane's page on YouTube and view that cover. We are going to break down that cover in a few days to come. You have to see it. All
Yes.
right.
Yeah.
All right. So Oshane, you have migrated from Jamaica. What has caused this migration?
It is caused by my little guy, my son.
Oh.
Um, and as you know, when it comes on to your kids, you have to you have to be ready, and you have to do whatever it takes to meet the means of your responsibilities, right? And this is coming from just being a great parent. So we're not going to give reference now to parents that don't take them parenting serious. I've been living in Jamaica for a very long time, and I finally got my son. He's two years old coming in July. Um,
Mm,
and I have to be here for him, because that's the way, so I have to do my father role, be here, grow him to be a man,
mm-hmm,
grow him to respect and love what he comes and see here, you
mm-hmm,
know? So that's my role. He have to do the rest of that. Society will teach him a lot of stuff, but my job is to mold him, to keep him in line, keep him checked, and keep him in the line where others can be like, yes, you were grown properly, young man. You
yeah,
know?
man.
So
Respect,
that's my
respect.
business. Yes, I. So that's my business being in Germany.
Definitely, definitely.
Yes,
I
I.
commend you highly for that move, Shane. Not many fathers would have done that.
Thank you, man.
But
Yes.
this means that there are still great fathers out there.
Yes, sir. And I know I will just say this on tops. Me being this type of father, I have no other choice because I was grown without one. And I know how it
Yeah.
affects me. I know what it does to me. And I know what I had to do to overcome a certain anger that was within me. Others can very much attest to this when you grow with a single parent, whether it want to be of your father only or your mom only. There's something else inside of you that need that other element. And if you never get it, it eventually becomes an anger. That anger doesn't mean that you're mad and doing crazy stuff. It doesn't. It just mean that you're angry that you're not getting it. You know. So that have me knowing that I need to be there for my son, and I was being very much motivated by other fathers as well before me. That is the husband of my sister. This this dude, Leo, this man, he's there from day one. He has three daughters and a son with my sister. And this dude is more closer to his daughters than my sister. He
Awesome.
treats them the right way. And they're college students. And I mean, the eldest daughter, Tasha, she graduated. Well, she's almost out of college now. Alexa, which is the second, she's attending the Sam Shaw Teachers College. So these are grown young women, and they're still very close to them father like that. And this, when I see it, I'm like, yo, this is the way. with a lot more fathers, but Leo is a definite person that have me as to be the person that I am today for my son Amir. Philbert Gooden is a name. Philbert Gooden.
What's up, Phil? All right.
Yes.
Know that you're in Europe, and
Yeah.
many people would arguably say that Jamaica is the central place for reggae music. But when you actually do your research and you think about Europe, you have to think that Europe is another strong contender for reggae music, because I know they take their reggae music seriously there.
Yes.
Um, so what does this mean for you as a reggae drummer living in Europe?
Well, it means the same. You know, it means when the opportunity comes, then I will be prepared because I'm fully aware of who is doing reggae here on the platform that I've been doing it on, you know. And to be frank, you have Gentleman that is one of those artists here in Cologne, Germany, in the same city that I am right now. He's from here, still lives here, and he and other groups and artists are doing it on crazy level. So I have to be prepared just the same because the opportunity is there.
But would you say the opportunities are greater?
Yes, I agree. Yes, it is. I don't know if I should say or if I can say why it is greater, but you'd have to give me that permission to say.
Yes, man, you can say it. Speak your mind.
All right, this is the reason why it is even greater or better. Jamaican musicians can attest to this. You put out your all and you rehearse and you practice, but deep down inside, you're not getting the respect that you should be getting. And when I say respect, it covers everything, right? And this has been going on for many, many years. And then you have to do a thing called pay your dues. And pay your dues doesn't mean how you play, it means how long you've been in the business. So you could be in the business for 50 years and still can't play, but you're being respected on some levels that um, you're not supposed to be getting those type of respect. Now, a youngster that is doing it and taking it serious, being professional, doing it the right way, follow the right path, still struggling, right? Because of that pay dues thing. Here in Germany, yeah, you have to pay your dues, but it's not the same. Here, once you can really play, you see where you get the respect for taking your job serious. You know, them not waiting on you to be in your 40s or your 50s to give you respect. You're getting your respect when you deserve your respect. So that makes the opportunity bigger here in Europe. Here is where artists and musicians come to work, right? And I'm where work is, right? So technically, it's going to be easier and bigger here because I'm where the work is versus leaving to come to work.
Mhm. And I understand that the crowd response is at a higher level than here in
Yes,
Jamaica.
yes.
All right. So while you're on stage in Europe, what performing, what goes through your mind on stage?
Wow, that is the feeling you get. It's something hard to explain because it's soulful, and sometimes it's hard to explain soulful things, you know. But performing on stage and thousands of people are very much enthused. It Trust me, I will say it feels like heaven has come to how heaven has been explained to us over the years. It feels like heaven. You, yes, yes,
But you said you're into studio work at this time based on the pandemic.
Mhm.
Are there anything else that you are currently working on?
I'm working on one more cover for right now because other from doing the covers, I'm doing recording, which is my job right now, doing recording for different artists. So whenever I get the opportunity to do a cover, I surely do, which I get a little opportunity now. And I'm currently working on a cover um, with two songs from Morgan Heritage, Warrior and Light It Up. And I got the permission from Peter Morgan himself that, yo, because him call me Congo, right? Peter Morgan, from Morgan Heritage, he call me Congo. And the reason for that is because of this. Yeah, my luck, I don't have locks, I have a lock.
Oh man. How many
So,
years did it take you to get to that stage?
well, this, not much because of my lineage of maroon in my blood. So,
Oh, okay.
it never take too long to get it here, but I just leave it and let it grow naturally. I never go to the hairdresser and get it done. I
Okay.
just leave my hair grow like that. For those who really know me and was around me, them know that's the journey for real.
Def-
So I link up Peter and I'm like, Uncle, I want to do two songs, but the motive behind this is to motivate musicians that are really stressed out at this time. And he was like, of course, never. You can go and do your thing. I love that. And he also told me that, yo, when this is finished, please send me so we can put it up on our page because I send the audio to him. So currently right now, the next cover is being edited and it is a video to the audio. So that is coming out soon and that will be decided by Chaddy and Monroe.
Pick up yourself, Chad.
Yeah, because
All
this
right.
was also done by me and Chad.
Right.
I basically link him. I'm like, yo, bro, we need to do these two songs. And I pretty much give him a rough edge as to the ideas going through my brain. And I said, Chad, just put your genius self to this. And
Right.
it's coming. It's coming.
Definitely. And definitely, we would like the opportunity for you to break down that cover on this platform.
I will. Once I'm here, I will. I'm ready. I'm
Definitely.
excited for this.
All
Yes,
right.
man.
In terms of contact, I would like to give out your social media contact for the persons who would like to get in touch with you.
Okay. So on Facebook, it's strictly Oshane Campbell, it's the same, Oshane Campbell. On Instagram, it is Star Drummer number 4 live.
Bro, this has been a very productive interview. It
Yes,
was a
sir.
pleasure.
I agree.
It was a pleasure.
Yes, sir. The pleasure is mine, man.
All right. And I
Yes,
am
sir.
definitely wishing you all the best with building that bond and relationship with your young drummer. All right.
Oh, I- you saw a video of that little dude, right?
Yeah, man. You sent a clip and I trust me. He's a natural.
Yes. He melt my heart. He very much melt my heart because this dude is a 1 year old. He's trying to duplicate what he sees Papa doing. I'm like, come on, dude.
Definitely,
Yes,
definitely.
sir. Yes, I
And
give thanks, man.
we will definitely link up in the future.
Surely, I'm waiting.
All right. There you
Yes,
have
I.
it, ladies and gentlemen. We have just finished speaking with Mr. Oshane Campbell, drummer
Yes, I.
extraordinaire
Yeah.
for Freddie McGregor and many, many other artists. All right. Please join
Yes,
us
I.
on the Music Hacks Network for many, many more interviews. If you did appreciate this interview, please give us a thumbs up, comment on the video, and share it all over the world. And please remember to hit that notification bell to receive many, many other videos. Thanks and see you
Yeah.
soon.
thank you.